Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi has met with German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Berlin. He was greeted with military honors at the Chancellery. It was the two leaders' first meeting. The talk centered on the current political crisis in Egypt, with the president informing the Chancellor about all steps taken for the transition of his country.
I made clear that there are several things important to us. There needs to be a constant line for dialogue open to all political forces in Egypt, so that all can contribute. Human rights need to be respected.
On Sunday, Morsi had declared a state of emergency in 3 cities following deadly clashes. Scores have died during the recent riots in Egypt. Morsi has stressed that the measures taken by his government towards the riots are only temporary. He says his country is on the way to become a state based on the rule of law, not a military nor theocratic dictatorship.
I am a Muslim and I am a believer, and my religion obliges me to believe in all prophets and respect all religions, to respect all people's rights for a free expression of their faith. Everyone worship the way they seem fit as long as it is within the law of the country they live in.
Several demonstrations took place during President Morsi's visit to Germany. Pro-Morsi and opposition groups protested outside the Chancellery, while human rights organizations voiced fresh warnings over the status of human rights in Egypt.
The human rights issue is a very important one, which will guarantee that Egypt is going into a better future.
Morsi and his delegation also met with the representatives of the German industry. Germany is Egypt's 3rd most important trading partner. Morsi's supporters continued to rally in Berlin's government district.
To come here to tell to my president that I am with him and I vote for him for the first time, and I want him to carry on with his program till the end.
There are groups in Egypt who are violent and brutal, who are criminals, and they try to get something across that is poorly received here, that Egypt's no longer stable, but that is an utter lie.
Morsi came to Berlin to convince Europe of his democratic credentials, hoping for much needed economic investments, but amid the crisis, he cancelled his trip to France. Because of the critical situation in Egypt, President Morsi significantly shortened his stay in the German capital. Instead of a 2-day visit, he only remained in Berlin for a couple of hours before heading back home to Cairo. German Chancellor Angela Merkel urged him to open a dialogue with all political forces, but said to remain supportive of the transformation process. Stefan Herrmann, Press TV, Berlin.